Hello, viewers, and welcome to Gotta Love Connecticut Hockey at Home. Like you, we're all at home currently, itching to get back on the ice. And while we're at home, we thought we'd put some topics out of general interest to our community. Today, I have a couple of the key coaches from Crease. Matt, Mackenzie, first topic, why should somebody become a goalie?
Well, we firmly believe that goaltending is the most important part of the game of hockey. Think of it this way, if you show up to a hockey rink and your goalie doesn't show up, it's kind of hard to have a game. So we like to think that kids who want to feel like they're very important as part of a hockey team and they get to have the most fun because they get to play the most minutes.
Who makes a good goalie? What kind of person?
I don't know if there's one specific answer for that. I think my time as goalie, I've met so many different goalies, whether youth to pro, that are all so different from each other. Or all you have to do is want to do it.
So Matt, I heard once that goalies have to have short memories. Is that true?
Yeah, mental toughness and that kind of skill is something that you develop over the years. I don't think it's a prerequisite to play the game. I don't think that you have to come in with that mentality. I think it's something you learn from playing the position that can transfer into other athletics, other pieces of your life.
When did you get started as a goalie? How did that develop for you?
I would be what you would call a survivor of the old system. I played mite and I was not a very good skater, so I wanted to play on the team with my friends, and I jumped in goal because I was the only person willing to do it. And I played from the time I was 6, I believe, in net all the way through until I was done. And the negatives of that were I never got the chance to go skate out and enjoy the other aspects of the game until I was a men's leaguer, and I found out I'm not a very good skater. I wasn't able to athletically compete as well as I wanted in high school, and I had to go kind of supplement that with power skating training and things like that. That gets me to, the way that we ask our goalies to do this now is the opposite. We want kids to go play every position on the ice they possibly can. Enthusiasm for playing goaltending should always be there, but you have to build a well-rounded athlete. I think that kids these days are so much better skaters than we were back in the 90s because they're given those opportunities right now.
I played hockey my whole life since I was 4. We used to rotate around our team who'd play goalie, probably up till 8 or 9, and I broke my hand. And the only thing I could do with my hand was put it in a goalie glove. So they still let me play with my cast on and be goalie, and I thought I was good, so I wanted to stick with it. I wasn't very good, but that good feeling that it makes you want to keep coming back.
With the ADM that's been around now for 10 years, and less than full ice hockey at the mite level, the number of goalies that are starting at that age is a lot less than what it used to be. You say, let's rotate the kids through, let's have them try different things. How will they know when it's time for them to just stay in the net versus being the skater?
We have a lot of kids we work with, especially mites and squirts, so they just want to play goalie. We want to fuel that. We want to make sure that passion is still there. We're not going to say, hey, you can't be goalie. But we still need to make sure that they're being built as well-rounded athletes. They're getting their skating skills, they're working on their balance, their agility, their ability to problem solve and think in small area and quick little game scenario situations. That will transfer over to them when we add skill building, we add a little bit more technical work to what they're doing. That age is debatable. It depends because kids are so different. You look at a kid who's especially maybe a January birthday versus a December birthday. A 10-year-old kid versus an 11-year-old kid may have a little bit better strength and balances. I don't think there's any one cutoff date. I think that when they get to around Pee Wee and they have an opportunity where the kid can skate out and still be competitive on his team, and you have another goalie who can play as well, then why not? I don't think it's going to be anything that's detrimental where he's skating out a little bit longer than a kid who might be in net full time at that point. I think more than anything, it'll be more beneficial. If you're at a point where he or she can make a hockey team and be competitive as a goalie, but would not be a strong enough skater to make that team, then I think that becomes a pretty easy call for them. That being said, we're still pushing coaches to allow goalies at that age to still skate out during practices. It gives them an opportunity to work on that skill. It gives them an opportunity to continue to compete and get a little bit of a relief and have some fun. It depends on the luxuries that you have.
So Mackenzie, if I'm a parent and my child comes to me and says, I want to play goal, what do I do? What do I do if I'm that parent?
And I think your next step really is to go to your organization, your coach. Can we borrow equipment? Some of our youth teams that we work with, they have some of their players and goalies switch for practices and some games. You could bring it up to them, is that something they're willing to do? And then outside of it, for some kids that aren't sure if they want to do that, they sign up and they go to an open hockey or a lesson with us to just kind of have us like introduce the basics to their son or daughter, just so they kind of get a feel for it and see if it's something they might want to pursue later down the road.
The first time they're in net, they're not going to make every single save, and they're not going to know that this is a perfect fit for them, and they know that they're the best goalie in the world right away. So our job is to make sure that their first experience playing goalie is as fun of an opportunity as possible. Whether they've decided they're going to be a full-time goalie the rest of their life or not, as long as they come away willing to want to do it again, we've done our job. We have an issue, usually it's the Pee Wee age group, where goalies kind of thin out, and some organizations are left without a goalie or two, and they're trying to search for them. And that's because a lot of their skaters are not given the opportunity to play goalie. If they're given the opportunity to skate, if they're given the opportunity to play in net, they're going to have positive experiences associated with every position on the ice. And if they're asked to do it, maybe they'll be willing to do it again. They'll find, hey, I'm pretty good at it. Every now and then you get a kid who hadn't played in goal for 3 years and says, hey, like, I kind of like this. I might decide to switch over. The goalies, they have to make that decision at some point. It's usually based on whether they're going to have fun doing it or not.
I think like at the end of the day, you have to like doing it. So sometimes that means you're really good at it, and sometimes that means that you have to work to be really good at it. But at the end of the day, if you want to be a goalie, you can definitely be a goalie.
Great, guys. Well, thanks for your input, and hopefully we'll see you back out on the ice in not too long a time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.